Man, it's Saturday morning. You know what I'm saying? We're in Doc's hotel room. It's overlooking the city, but I mean, it's Columbus, so. Man, my son made his first beat today, man. I'm so proud. And I just want to capture the moment, right? Let's figure this out. All right. I put in my 10,000 hours 10 years ago. In that time, I've experienced every fear to know. I command every fear to go. Y'all been living here way too long, and I ain't been collecting rent. That don't even make no sense, man. It's crazy to see the things we make space for, but we're afraid to face all. It's too expensive to pay for. That's painful. I'd much rather work on securing my family's future without needing capitalism to do it. I'm not following your rule book. I don't fit in your boxes. I don't respect your blueprint. I won't stick to your process. I got a different mindset, one you can't put a price on. Been walking this narrow path, clocked in many milestones. This $1 million ideas I done wrote in this iPhone. Married father of 4. All I need is the time for. Focus on deposits. Stay away from the nonsense. Your ride got me wanting to sell everything in my closet. I am a living concept. God all in my fine print. He designed what my drive is, and you cannot define it. I like being at home. Wife and I watching House Hunters. We've been digging foundations so deep it's hard to get out from it. I took a different route. When they said go right, I left. Don't need a receipt for ordered steps. Man, I'm blessed beyond anything I can articulate. And I worship when I demonstrate. That's living faith. Yeah, I'm straight. Check. Let's go. It just feels like the right way to go about things, you know what I'm saying? It's like the yin and the yang, right, wrong, up and down, left and right, all that. Alright. I ain't never been left or forsaken. You won't believe all the things I've been faced with and made it. It's amazing. It'll take more than a statement to shake me. That's not generic. I meant that in the way that I said it. I ain't famous, but I know who I am. I know where I'm at. I chose to be local after exploring the map. My focus intact, and so I'm getting older. I ain't settled, but I'm settled. My worth ain't in endeavors. I ain't tripping off vendettas. It's some people I don't like, some folks that I mishandled. Sometimes it was on purpose. Sometimes it was on accident. Sometimes I'm the victim. Sometimes I'm the distraction. Sometimes I'm the Joker. Sometimes I'm the Batman. But you live and learn to be okay with it. It's okay to miss a thin line between the creative and the plagiarist. I love my community. I love y'all growing with me, but I'm growing quickly. I know it's risky and yet it feels slow and steady. I can't put my finger to it, but it feels like death when you're in it. Ay, but once you're through it, I can show you how. Empathize, a different kind of influence. Not one that you can package as content for the use. It's close to impossible to disciple and go viral. I can't put that on my wish list. I got 2 kids in high school. Not sure what I'm searching. Once I find it, I'll define it. And then I'll know if it's mine or if I'm supposed to assign it. Sometimes it's not my moment. Sometimes it ain't my time. Sometimes it ain't the will. Sometimes there is no sign. Sometimes it ain't my passion. Sometimes it isn't God. Sometimes it is my habits. Sometimes it is my pride. But you live and learn to be okay with it. Adjust and make the shift. Complain and make the change. Despite which way, there ain't no victims. Strive to stay alive. Success is often in living. Find that balance between what's depicted and what it isn't. That's the gift. Yeah. No, you can't. There we go. There we go. I'm going to get that right one day. I'm going to know to turn my preamp on when I'm live. What's up, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? How is everybody doing today? How's everybody doing this evening? My name is Armand Wake Up, and I want to welcome you guys to Wake Up Tonight. You could be anywhere in the world. I know if you're at my age, you're probably in the bed watching this. You know what I'm saying? You probably curled up. You on your phone, right? Rubbing your feet together. Long day of work. Kids is down. Like at least maybe the older ones. Like if you got younger kids, like a little harder to put them on a bedtime schedule. You know what I'm saying? But I know everybody is man. It's a lot going on, man. Fix the camera. So I think I got a camera. I got a little color correcting. This is going to change over a few weeks. So if you notice, we're a little more crispy. I'm using my big boy as opposed to my everyday joint. You know what I'm saying? So I figured out how to fix some things. Wanted that sharp, crisp stream, you know what I mean? And I think we got it. Or we're getting there, I should say. So make sure you guys share the stream, please. Make sure you like the stream, please. There will be no overtime if you see this here in the corner. There is no live stream tonight. No post-game live stream tonight. I am tired. We did a 3-hour Clock Radio Speakers. So if you don't know, I host a hip hop podcast with my good friend and fellow and producer Doc Beats. Just Doc. He just goes by Doc Beats. But Doc here. And we talked about this week. We talked about the Grammys and Megan versus Nicki and new 21 Savage album and a whole bunch of stuff. So that we did that. And then yesterday I did an interview with my nephew who's starting his podcast. It's a very dope concept. So, he lost his father a couple years ago, and he's having conversations that he wishes that he could have with his father. So I'm deeply honored that he would choose me to have a conversation with him, and we talked about relationships. So he brought up the Epiphany of Marcus Graham, and we basically went through the album. If you're not familiar with the Epiphany of Marcus Graham, that's the album that I put out in 2016, 15. And we talked about romantic relationships, dating, getting married, family, all that stuff. And it ended up being like a 4-hour conversation. So I'm tired. I'm exhausted, actually. So there will be no post show on the Patreon. Make sure you guys, if you want to support me, there are ways to do so here at the bottom, the little ticker tape joint. So, if you want to follow me on social media, if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube, please do that. If you are actually, hold on. Let's do this. Hold on. I'm going to get to all my spiel and stuff. Let me engage y'all. So everybody in the comments, everybody that's watching right now, we kind of small right now, but that number is gonna grow. While I'm talking and going through my spiel, leave in the comments what your favorite song is right now, like your newest favorite song, not of all time. What is a song that you have on repeat, like right now, today, this week, this month? Speaking of music, for me, it is a record by Victoria Monet called How Does It Feel? That song is gorgeous. I cannot stop playing it. And it's my new favorite song right now. So congratulations to her and her Grammys and all that good stuff. But yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what y'all listening to, man. Let me know what y'all listening to. I'm going to finish with this little spiel and then we're going to get into the show. So if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube, please subscribe to the YouTube. That would be great. If you want to follow me on additional social media, please follow me on Instagram. Instagram is the best way to get a hold of me. At Armand WakeUp, ARMOND WakeUp, all one word. If you're already doing that, then you need to, your next step, if you want to support even further, is to sign up for my newsletter. You can go to ArmandWakeUp.com, sign up for my newsletter, send out weekly newsletters, what I got going on, thoughts I have, just different engaging community, good stuff there. If you want to support even deeper than that, if you're already there, join the Patreon. Patreon.com/ArmandWakeUp. Also, it's at ArmandWakeUp.com. I have 2 tiers. I have a $5 tier and a $10 tier. The $5 tier gets you just something new at least once a week. And we'll talk about the newest thing that I gave to the Patreon recently. And then the $10 tier, as I'm doing things, as the year progresses, we're doing merch. We're doing physical CDs. We're doing a whole bunch of like really cool things, and you guys will have special pricing. Also, I'm going to be launching consulting really soon. And my goal was to launch it in February, but just life has just been crazy. But you'll get special pricing on all my consulting stuff if you're on the Patreon. So you'll be able to book me at a extremely discounted rate compared to what my normal prices are going to be. So with that said, let me go over to the comments. No, it don't matter. Look, whatever, you know what's funny right now? Hold on. Let me put this up here because Jordan asked a good question. So Jordan asked, is it cool if it's an old song? New stuff ain't hitting for me right now. So let me tell y'all something. It's one of the good things about TikTok and one of the good things about social media is that it's basically made music timeless. You know, I'm older, so it's one of those things where like music had a shelf life. So it premiered, the 106 in Park premiered, TRL, the first week sales. All those things mattered. There was a shelf life. Nowadays, man, please, you know, there are songs that go viral every day that are 3 years old, 5 years old, 10 years old, 20 years old, 50 years old, right? So if it's, you know, that Victoria Monet song that I talked about earlier, like that album came out last year, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like it just came out. Like, nah, man. Your new favorite song, like your favorite song or whatever you just had on repeat like crazy. Let me know. I would love to know. Let's go to the comments and check out what y'all got. So the Wolves Den, Bloodsport by the God Fahim. Yo, can you do me a favor and put me on to the God Fahim? So I know he's in that like Griselda bag, and I believe some of his style predates Griselda a little bit, right? Put me onto a record, put me onto a project. If I'm sure I've heard him, but like I've never heard a full project from him. If there was one that you could recommend, what would it be? I'm gonna listen to it and I'm gonna get back to you on what I think of it, because I listen to that type of. That's the only. It's funny, that JID quote from a couple weeks ago when he was like, "Yo, you know, I'm a rappity rapper, but like I hate listening to rappity rap." I feel you. I was like, "Oh, yo, no. You're right. I hate listening to rappity rap. If I listen to rappity rap, it's Griselda, specifically like Westside Gunn and Boldy James. Like those two, the way everybody feels about Benny and Conway is how I feel about Boldy. Like it's literally the trinity for me is Wes, Boldy, and Stove God. Like, but I know they got there's other people, right? You know what I'm saying? Like there's other people in that vein that are either affiliated or just do that style of music that a lot of people rock with. And the God Fahim is somebody that I've heard quite a bit about, but I'm not hip. So put me on. All right. So Shane, Do for Love by Taylor Gray. Yes. So my man Taylor put out his new mixtape this week. Thou Shalt Not Covet 2. I'll tell y'all, look, Taylor don't care. Look, the CDs was my idea. No, I'm sorry. They weren't my idea. I helped him find the CDs that he got. He had the idea, and I said, yo, he was like, I'm not sure if I want to do it. And I was like, nah, you should do it. That's fire. I'm going to help you find some CD players. I helped him find some CD players, and now y'all have that experience. So you're welcome. Those are the services that will come. Those are the services that are going to come with my my consulting. Like, I'm just an ideas guy. I am. Like, ideas are very easy for me. Very easy for me. So shout out to Taylor. Yeah, that tape is really, really dope. We're actually going to talk about some music on that tape a little later in the show. So shout out to that. Let's see. All right. So Jordan said, I've been playing Big Pun's first album. Listen. Shout out to Capital Punishment. Damn, I haven't heard that. I was listening to the first Terror Squad album like a week ago. I hear my daughter crying in the background. Let me find out what's my joint on Capital Punishment. The original version of Dream Shatter, I like. Glamour Life is crazy. Parental Discretion was my joint. Yes. I need to go back and listen to this. I haven't heard this album in a long time. Let me save that to my Apple Music. I haven't heard that in a while. So, all right, here we go. So Wolves did said, okay, Wall Street 2. Shout out to Drew. Yep. Okay. I will check out Wall Street 2. I got y'all. I got you. Yeah, Boldy is fire. Listen, that Bo Jackson tape, Bo Jackson was crazy. Okay, so let me ask y'all next question while we here. Have any of y'all seen, before I get into the music stuff, have any of y'all seen the Book of Clarence? So that is the Jay-Z produced movie, dropped a few months ago. Has anybody seen it? Let me know in the chat if you've seen that movie. And if you haven't seen it, I'm not surprised. Because the rollout of the movie didn't do the actual movie any favors. Because essentially the rollout was Jay-Z makes a religious movie. And, you know, depending on who you ask, that was enough to not watch it. Folks was like, oh, absolutely not. No. And I get that. Hold on. What am I doing wrong? Okay. I'm tripping, y'all. All right. I'm good. I'm just making sure I'm rocking. Give me 1 second. Cause I know I have my joint on, am I good? Hold on, y'all. I'm getting sidetracked. It's what happens when you do everything. I'm just making sure my joint is live and it's not just, I think I'm good though. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, my bad, y'all. Yeah, so, So when I saw the trailer, I was like, nah, I'm good. So I just decided to be quiet, and I just decided not to watch any interviews. And you know, that experience, what typically happens in those spaces is that people make Jesus out to be, whatever they want him to be other than who he is. Right. And I don't really have space for that. You know what I'm saying? Even like, especially like coming out of deconstruction, like I'm just not going to do that. If it's not healthy, I'm not going to rock with it. And so I decided to chill. But then I started seeing the Christian content surrounding the movie. I'm about to play a clip. I want y'all to stop doing this. We have to stop doing this. We have to stop doing this. We have to. Hold on.
Jay-Z just promoted a movie called The Book of Clarence, which is an abomination toward Jesus Christ, an abomination towards the Bible. It's actually a mockery, but let's go ahead and watch this.
Clarence is here.
Jesus of Nazareth.
He sees Jesus.
You can't even buy power like that.
Buying power. Simon the
I want to
Sorcerer.
be like that in 10 years.
He wants to be like Jesus. Because of his power, he's jealous, covetousness, witchcraft, false prophets.
I want to be like that now.
You want to be like him now.
Knowledge is stronger than belief.
Knowledge is stronger than belief. Man-made knowledge, the wisdom of man is stronger than having faith in God. This is ridiculous.
I can see.
Trying to be like Jesus, faking miracles, pride.
God sent me to deliver his message.
He's trying to say he's the Messiah. The Bible says that many will come in my name, say I'm the Messiah, and they'll mislead many. Do not
Y'all have to stop doing this. I'm going to keep going, but y'all have to stop doing this.
believe them.
Your new Messiah. Your God is a myth. If you'll be so kind to walk on water.
To walk on water. So to do everything Jesus did.
Damn.
And I believe in the movie, they're going to try to make him actually walk on water. This is so demonic. And it makes sense why Jay-Z is promoting this movie. He had a problem with God for a very, very long time. Listen to this.
Hail Mary to the city, you're a virgin, and Jesus can't save you.
All right, we not doing the, you can't pull the, hold on. You can't pull the New York State of Mind line. If you're going to pull the New York State of Mind line, then you got to pull out his verse on Legacy, where he talked about why he has issues with Christianity. We never want to look at context. He saw contradictions, as everybody does, and that caused him to have that impacted his faith. He grew up in a Christian household that impacted his ability to believe in the Christian God. How many people do we know like that? But then why do Jay-Z and why do celebrities get, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get to that in a second. So then, because hold on. Let me get to that. This is why I don't engage with a lot of Christian content creators. Like, I barely watch any of them. Because a lot of it is either floaty hyper emotionalism. A lot of it is like mad, like super zealous, not a whole lot of wisdom. A lot of it is super clickbaity. You know who I'm talking about. Or it's a witch hunt. I don't have time for the witch hunt. I'm not doing a witch hunt. Like, you have to act like this skepticism. Like, look, man, if we want to talk skepticism, like, yo, it's believing God on a day-to-day basis carries its own weight. So for me to like sit around here and like look and nitpick for things that people are doing that's supposed to confirm the Bible. See, look, he said this. He said, yeah, like, where do y'all have time for that? Number one, and then number two, is this appealing to people? It's very like Hebrew Israelite. It's very like middle of the street protesting or preaching with your robe, making white people kiss your feet and be sorry for enslaving your ancestors. Like, I'm just like, none of this points me to the loving God. Right? Like, none of it is appealing. If it's appealing for you, great. Cool. I'm not saying that it ain't. I am saying it ain't for me. I don't like that. I can't stand it. So with that said, I had a couple of friends reach out to me, say, yo, Armand, you should go see this movie. And then as I watch videos like that, I start looking in the comments, And it was like, yo, that's not what the movie's about. That's not what the movie's about. I said, huh. I said, I'm gonna go see it. I went on Monday. I went Monday and saw it. It was like literally, it was me and like another couple and another guy in the theater. There wasn't nobody in the theater. It was very quiet. I wanted to make my own judgment. Right? I wanted to make my own judgment. And so I did. And let me tell y'all, I was pleasantly surprised. I was actually in shock a little bit. So let me tell y'all without spoiling, let me tell y'all like what it is. It is not a reworking of what it's not. Let me tell you what it is. It's not, my bad. So it is not a reworking of a Bible story. This is not them taking something that is in the scriptures and manipulating it or retelling the story outside of the crucifixion. Spoiler alert. It is a fictional tale of a story that is set during Jesus's time on earth. That's it. It was cinematically, it was dope. It was shot really well. It did not look cheap. It did not look like a budget film. The soundtrack was dope. I know Jordan talked about that. He was talking about that Jay-Z and the D'Angelo record. It wasn't. The soundtrack was pretty good. There's one scene where they play Nights Over Egypt. Fire. It was cast well. Lakeith Stanfield in his role as Clarence, like he did a really good job. Tiana Taylor as Mary Magdalene, like she did really well. It was a tasteful depiction of Black people set during that time. It was funny. It was a tasteful depiction of Jesus and the disciples. It was not over sensationalized. It was not preachy. Because people talk about like Christians being preachy. Yo, listen, non-Christians be wild preachy, super preachy, especially post 2020 where everything's a black and white issue. It wasn't none of that. In fact, I think they stuck the landing. The part, it's about a guy who was trying to figure his life out. He need to get some money, gets himself into a situation, and he is seeing people tithe to Jesus and the disciples. He has his own issues with faith for reasons that they explain in the movie. So then he sees what they're doing. He sees the people tithing and he's like, yo, I'm going to position myself as a Messiah and I'm going to get this money so I can solve my issue. And in that, he has a crisis of faith, XYZ, this, that happens. He does this, blah, 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 interacts with the disciples. And then he has his own, it's a redemption story. It's not critical of the Bible. There was nothing like, I didn't watch the interviews and I've had conversations with people who were like, yeah, they were saying that there were parts where it was like, where they were clearly like misinterpreting the Bible. Right. And I expect that. Like, okay, there it is. I didn't see it in the movie. I got to watch it again. I'm going to watch it again. But there was nothing in the story that made me say, yeah, this is blasphemous. Nothing. I didn't see any. It was very tasteful. I was shocked. If you go into it wanting a movie that ministers to you or like validates or affirms your belief, like you might not get that. But it did minister to me. It did. It's a good watch. It's a good watch. And that's what I have to like, yo. It's a good watch. So what I want to do, I think it's coming back on streaming. I think it's gonna be on streaming services like this week. I think not Netflix and stuff, but like Amazon and stuff. So like rent it, spend like a little $3-4 if you got it, and just watch it. I'm gonna watch it again. Very possible that I missed something blasphemous. Very possible, but I was pretty locked in. And my friends will tell you, I don't really like movies. You know what I'm saying? But I liked this movie. I did. I thought it was very tasteful. I wasn't mad at it. I want to see it again. I'm actually very excited and looking forward to watching this again. So, there we go. So I know some people here that's like, yo, no. Listen, man, the Lord speaks to me in a very unique way. He ministers to me in a very unique way. So it may not work like that for you, but it absolutely did for me. And I was left encouraged. I was left encouraged to serve and worship the Jesus of the Bible. I was. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me see. Let's go through the comments. Yo, peace. What's going on, man? What's going on? Yeah, Jordan. Yeah, yo, Jordan, get back to me, please. And I know where you are. You know what I'm saying? We've had conversations, so I promise I wouldn't steer you wrong. I don't think that this is going to impact your faith in that way, especially if you're like working your way back and you're in like a sensitive place. I don't think it's going to impact. If anything, I really do like they depict like even the part. We'll wait. I'll tell y'all later. There we go. A couple scenes that are straight from the Gospel of Thomas. The dove scene, Jesus being who he is, undivided. Hey, I didn't see anything. Say, I see the people giving disciples money. So I'm going to fake miracles so I can get my own tithes, which implies Christianity was all fake to get money, but I could be overthinking. I see a lot of Christians overthinking, Stephen. It was very mega pastory. That's how it was presented. Like there's a whole, like, I don't really want to spoil it, but like once he gets into his bag, like it was literally no difference between that and like the money hungry mega pastors. The ones, the soothsayers, the ones, the itching ears that will, knowledge is more powerful than belief. Like that's not biblical, but to the right person, that sounds sort of like they could be like, yeah. And they were like faking miracles. And then people were, you know what I'm saying? Like we see that today. And you got to think about it like from a biblical, I think about this a lot. So like I'm in Nehemiah right now. And so they just rebuilt Jerusalem, right? So I think I'm in chapter like 7 or 8 or something like that. And I always think about like, yo, we hear these like really general statements about what was going on, but like I want to know details. So like there's one guy, his name was Joe, and he was married to his wife was named Mary, and they had 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. And one of the boys was real quiet. One of the girls was, and the girl was, a daddy's girl. And the other boy was like super rambunctious and like, the quiet boy really liked to build stuff in the ramp. Like I'd be making up stories in my head about people who were around during that time. Like what was your experience like during that time? You're watching your dad leave to go build this wall or go build up this city for Nehemiah. What is that like for you? When you there and he's there all the time because they guarding the gate. What is that like? You know what I'm saying? So I try to put myself like in that situation. That's really what this was. Like it was just a story of a guy who was around while Jesus was doing his thing, because there is a scene where he interacts with Jesus, and you see the fake miracle up against the real miracle. You know what I'm saying? You actually see that a couple times. You know what I'm saying? I'm just go watch it. Yeah, just go watch it. Just go watch it. Yeah, just go watch it. I promise I won't steer you. If y'all can stone me, y'all can write a diss record. Like, I'm not saying you'll love it, but what I am saying is like, I enjoyed it and I didn't think it was super blasphemous or anything like that. I'll say that. I didn't think anything was wrong with it. So, okay. Let me ask y'all this. Let's get on a high note, and then we gonna get into like some music and some Q&A stuff, and then we gonna get out of here. I said that I don't watch a lot of Christian content creators. Who do y'all like? Leave a comment. Who are some people who are like really encouraging to y'all? Like, they either speak on like current events, or they just hand out like wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just saying like, I mean, you can share like pastors who also have like a social media presence, but like, I want to hear like from some Christian content creators that's solid. And there's the obvious ones. I know there's Belief, and there's Ruslan, and there's Jackie Hill Perry. Like, yeah, we know them. Who's everybody else? I want to hear about some other people. Let me know. So, yes. Hey, Steven. Yes. And I was having a conversation with somebody about The Chosen, and I want to watch it because I've heard that this is exactly, The Chosen is exactly what I said. It's just like something in biblical times with like fictional stories during a non-fictional, time on earth. I mean, I heard that The Chosen is pretty good. I haven't seen it. What is it on? What's The Chosen on? What's The Chosen on? I would love to know. So Netflix, Amazon, because I got all that stuff. Look, man, they made me mad talking about Fox and ESPN and Hulu are coming together to put like, yo, I just got YouTube TV. I'm about to get rid of everything else because y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much. It's too many streaming services. Like, I got YouTube TV. YouTube TV is like $70, $75 or something like that. And that's not even with the 4K. I'm about to get the 4K so I can watch the Super Bowl. But like I got Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, Paramount Plus, like so much, man. So much. All right. Yeah. Let me know who y'all listen to, man. Then we gonna talk about some music, and I'm gonna interact with y'all, and then we gonna get out of here. I'm enjoying y'all, man. Make sure y'all like the live. Got some new people in here. Steven, is this your first time, bro? It's a couple of y'all. Adam, I don't think I've seen you in here. Shout out to Dickens McLeod. No, I did not see Gemstone's post on Facebook. Funny, I've been on a Lupe kick recently, which then in turn made me go on a Gemstones kick. And can I be honest with y'all? So there was a point, this is my space, so I'm gonna be honest if I want to. So there was a point where, like, to me, Gemstones was rapping better than Lupe. When it was, let me say Gemini. When he was Gemini, he was rapping better. There's a Dynasty freestyle that they do together. And Gemini smoked Lupe. And then they have a record called We Own. Gemini smoked Lupe. And so Gemini gives his life to the Lord. He becomes Gemstones. He then becomes, I believe, DeMarco Castle, right? And so I'm hyped. It was like 2013, 2012, 2014, something like that. I'm hyped. I'm like, word. And what bothered me is he never put out an album. I think he put out a mixtape, right? But he never put out an album. And I wonder if that Tasha Cobbs thing like turned him off, because then he did a Break Every Chain remix, and they hit him with a C&D, right? And I'm like, yo, here's what makes me mad, and this is just me. It's selfish. This is just all selfish for me. Like when some of these artists get saved, Okay. All right. When some of these artists get saved, they have such a time trying to decide or trying to figure out what their music is going to look like. And they end up like, they never put out any music. I don't know if that's because the Christian industry is different or because they get into it like really wanting to serve, like really zealous and wanting to like serve and do the right thing and do right by their art. And, you know, like the Christian music space kind of has its own, you know, path, I should say, if I want to put it that way. But I'm like, man, why didn't he put out an album? Like, it was right there. You know, was it, you know, who didn't he work? Like, I know he met Wit or somebody, like somebody dope could have gave him some beats. Was it the beats? Was it the production? Like, what was it? But man, Jim Stones, that's my guy, man. He was so good. He was so good. All right, let me go back. So here we go. All right, so Steve said Kirk Kennedy. Okay. All right. Have not heard of him, so I will check him out. I'm assuming all these people are on social media, so I'm gonna check them out. Shane said, I sometimes like Tim Ross. I don't know if you meant for that to be funny, but that's funny. I sometimes like Tim Ross. Tim Ross can be a little clickbaity, but he cool. I prefer Preston Morrison. That's my guy. Preston be like, his sermons are cool, but like his short form content, when he's sitting on that couch, he's like, the pulpit is cool, but when you on that couch, when he leaned back like this and he just like looking into a camera, just dropping like stupid gems. Yo, man, Preston Morrison is fire. That's my guy. Shout out to him. And then the crazy part, it's weird when like the content creators, when like he has a big following, but like if you share his stuff, he'll like respond to you. And I'm like, am I talking to you or am I talking to your assistant? I gotta be talking to your assistant. Ain't no way you just replying to every single person. Maybe. Pastor, right? Maybe. All right. I like Alan Parr. Not hip to Alan Parr, so I will check him out. I will check him out. All right. There we go. And then, okay, yep, Southside Rabbi. Yep, I'm hip to Southside Rabbi. Yep, I'm hip. Oh, okay. Thanks, Shane. Okay, so Shane said he did an album. He was signed with a bad label that's now debunked and owns. So the label owns the masters? That wasn't a label that a Christian artist had in 2011 and he signed a bunch of people, was it? I want to, best case scenario that my consulting, one of my like big things that I want to do, I want to like disciple some artists. That's what I want to do. I want to disciple some more. I don't want a record label. Because what is a record label in 2024? No, go indie. Like, do it all yourself. But I want to like take some artists under my wing and like help them curate their brand and their image and teach them how to like go about music ministry in the right way. I would love to do that. That would be fire. I don't have the time to do it right now, but I would love to do it. And I don't want to do it while I'm like active as an artist, because then I feel like I'm going to prioritize myself over other people. And that's usually what happens, right? I'm going to be Nelly and everybody that I disciple is going to be the Saint Lunatics. And if Murphy Lee get too hype, I might have to. I'm joking. Okay, it was Exist. Dang, man. I forgot all about Exist. Here, this. I'm supposed to be. Exist. Jesus. I'm supposed to be talking about my music. I'm going to get to that in a second because I want to talk to y'all. You know, I said this during quarantine that like I've said this a couple of times publicly, like my generation, because I don't consider myself CHH, but like I'm not the guy that's gonna like aggressively fight against that. Like I understand that a good percentage of my audience is Christian and they found me through Christian mediums, and that I make music that in my own special way points to Jesus. So like I'm not about to fight that. But we went through a lot. And like this new generation, they really don't have to go through all the like the channels and the gatekeeping that we did. And I think what happens is a lot of people grew out of the music that they were making because it was still very much like 1, 2, 3 jump youth ministry music. But a lot of people are like bitter and jaded because they had bad deals. Like, you don't think that you're going to sign to a bad deal with a Christian label? Like, I'm sure Jim Stones was like, bet. And just walked in like, sure, I'll sign it because you're going to do right by me because we're all doing ministry. And it's like, nope, give me your masters. I'm like, yo. We be doing folks dirty, man. In Jesus' name. Crazy. But then get mad at Jay-Z. Like, come on, y'all. We got to get it together. Anyway, let's talk. All right. I want to put out, 3 songs this week. 2 songs on streaming and 1 we talked about earlier on Taylor Gray's mixtape. I'm going to play all this music, but it's good. This is going to be interactive. This ain't just me telling y'all, hey, listen to my music. And this ain't just me ranting. I've been talking a lot, but I want to talk to y'all. So, dang, did I do that wrong? No, I didn't. All right. So, let's do a world premiere. I'm a world premiere video right now. So I put out 2 songs on my own. Well, not on my own, but like not on the Taylor Gray project, but they're on streaming services right now. With my man Doc. So Armand and Doc 2 is coming very soon. First quarter. We're actually getting ready to put out some more music in a couple weeks. We're going to release the music slow, gradually. And the first 2 songs that we have are a record called Sometimes and a record called Room 506. And, you know, the theme of this album is getting older. It's about getting older. So what I want to do while I'm talking and setting the stage, everybody in the chat, if you feel comfortable, leave your age in the chat. How old are you? I'm 39. I'll be 40 this year. God help me, which is crazy. I have a high school graduate. Like, my daughter is not in school. She is in the workforce. That's crazy. But the album is about getting older and like what that means for people who are creative, for people who have dreams, right? Like, hip hop has always been, specifically in hip hop, it's always been considered to be like a young man's game, right? And as hip hop is getting older, especially with evidence from the Grammys this weekend, with Killer Mike winning, with Victoria Monet winning, with several artists winning Grammys, and I think Killer Mike's 48, something like that. And I know Victoria Monet's like 35, 34. If anything, I feel like our time is now. Like, if you're in that like mid 30s to like late 40s range, like, you kind of in a good space. High key. I keep saying this on my podcast. I feel like we're the greatest generation to ever walk this earth because we knew what it was like to go outside and drink water out of the faucet. We knew what it was like to go to the club and not have our phones out. You know what I'm saying? We know what it's like to be without technology. And then we saw the evolution of technology. You know, I was on dial-up. I was downloading music on a 56K modem. You know what I'm saying? I was burning CDs on a 2X burner. I was ripping real audio files into MP3 files. I was on Napster, Kazaa, Audio Galaxy, BearShare. Like, I was rolling. You know what I'm saying? So if you're in a similar age range to mine, which in the comments I'm seeing mid 30s to late 40s, we fire the greatest generation. Oh, my man Taylor in the building. We was just talking about you, big dog. We're the greatest generation. Come on, WinApp. Come on, talk to me. So it's how like we was talking earlier, since Taylor's in here, like the experience that Taylor created with that mixtape, buying the like including the physical CD, like, yo, you're Discman, like having the big headphones, wrapping the cord around, the anti-shock, pressing that button that would drain your battery. Like your battery game had to be crazy. When the batteries came out that you had to charge, you could like squeeze the battery to see how much, like, come on, man. What are we doing? Greatest generation ever. You crazy? And so I think that gives us like an advantage, but because when we still look at like the hip hop culture, we still look at the industry, it's still very much young, right? We're still looking at, if we're looking at streaming, right? We're looking at somebody like Kai Cenat, like he's a kid. We're looking at like the younger guys killing it. And we're seeing the older, like, yo, Drake's the old head. Drake is the old head. That's crazy. So we're seeing the old heads like kind of like acquiesce to the newer generation, right? I think as you get older and you have kids and you get married and you settle down and your body starts to change and you kind of start to wonder like, yo, am I washed? Am I trash? Like, is it over for me? And there's some like mourning that we have to do with like our goals to a degree, because there's certain things that we just like, we can't go to the NBA now. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't join the military. Oh shoot, you can now. Like recruitment is trash, but you can't join the military. It's over. Basic training will kill you at your big age, right? But I think that we're in a place where people our age and even older are making time, like we're developing like different skill sets. We're becoming different people, you know, with mental health being what it is. We are at a place where we are doing the work and, you know, breaking generational curses and doing all that stuff, right? We're like implementing new habits, and we have an opportunity to express that creatively and express that through whatever your dreams are. I'm not saying everybody in here is like, you know, rappers or artists or whatever. But that's the theme of, you know, Armand and Doc 2. It's about getting older and being like, yo, I still got it. And not on like some old head, I still got it. Like, nah, I'm still fire. I'm actually getting better. You know, our greats, Andre 3000, Jay-Z, like the great Fonte, like the greatest rappers ever are still getting better as they get older. And there's a wisdom that comes with that creativity. And when those two things merge, it's different. So I'm going to play a music video that my son shot. My 14-year-old son shot it. And then he and I edited it together. And while the video is playing, I want everybody in the chat, Nas too. My bad, Adam. You're absolutely right. Nas, 100% Nas. While we're playing this video, I'm going to ask y'all a question. I'm going to put this question up here. Hold up. So, okay. What is your favorite thing about yourself at your big age? What is the thing you're like, yo, this is my thing and I am excellent at it? So while I play this video and y'all listening to the music and all that good stuff, leave that in the chat. All right? All right, let's play this music, man. World premiere. Nobody's seen this video except the Patreon. Let's work. Man, it's Saturday morning. You know what I'm saying? We're in Doc's hotel room. It's overlooking the city, but I mean, it's Columbus, so man, my son made his first beat today, man. I'm so proud. And I just want to capture the moment, right? Let's figure this out. All right. I put in my 10,000 hours 10 years ago. In that time, I've experienced every fear to know. I command every fear to go. Y'all been living here way too long, and I ain't been collecting rent. That don't even make no sense, man. It's crazy to see the things we make space for, but we're afraid to face all. It's too expensive to pay for. That's painful. I'd much rather work on securing my family's future without needing capitalism to do it. I'm not following your rule book. I don't fit in your boxes. I don't respect your blueprint. I won't stick to your process. I got a different mindset, one you can't put a price on. Been walking this narrow path, clocked in many milestones. This $1 million ideas I done wrote in this iPhone. Married father of 4. All I need is the time for it. Focused on deposits, stay away from the nonsense. Uriah got me wanting to sell everything in my closet. I am a living concept, God all in my fine print. He designed what my drive is, and you cannot define it. I like being at home, wife and I watching House Hunters. We've been digging foundations so deep it's hard to get out from it. I took a different route. When they said go right, I left. Don't need a receipt for ordered steps. Man, I'm blessed beyond anything I can articulate. And I worship when I demonstrate. That's living faith. Yeah, I'm straight. Hey. Name of that is Room 506. Produced by my man Doc. Thank you, Steven. I appreciate it. Yeah, the production was super fire. We did that record in the host. The reason why it's called Room 506, Doc came to Columbus a few months ago, and he came for we had an event with we had a mental health event that Taylor, myself, and Yavis Ellis, some of y'all may know him as a street pastor. We put an event on together, and Doc came out for that. And the next day, I met up with Doc, my son and I, and I wanted to make something while we were all in the same space together, because Doc lives in Connecticut, I live in Ohio, and that was literally, we talked about this on CRS, on Clock Radio speakers, but like, that was like I think that was the first thing Doc played. Doc was like, yo, I got something I'm working on. What you think of this? And then boom, played it. And I was like, whoa, that's it. And I wrote it there. So when you see me like in that video, I'm like rapping along to it in my phone. That's me actually like going through the verse, writing it in real time. And when you see Doc like on his pads, like putting the beat together, that's him like fleshing the beat out in real time. We recorded it in the hotel room, which is why it's called Room 506. And it talks about all the things that I love about myself at my big age. You know what I'm saying? I love the fact that I'm, secure, and I love the fact that I have this like new confidence, that I'm not working for like approval of people, and I'm a Swiss Army knife. I got so many things that is just I can just do like in excellence. And I'm a great father, and my kids feel safe around me. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just dope. You know what I'm saying? I'm just grateful that like, I'm not washed. I'm not like this old head, and I'm not like, I'm all right. I'm still together. You know what I'm saying? I'm still together. Cause that don't go for everybody. All right. I just went back home. I just went back to where I went to high school at last year. Cause my daughter went to the same she graduated from the same high school I did. And I saw some people I graduated with, and not doing too good. So I'm grateful that I am doing good. You know what I'm saying? So let's go through some of these comments of again, the question is, what is your favorite thing about yourself at your big age? If you have not responded to that yet, please do. If you have not liked this live yet, please do. If you want to figure out how to support me and engage with me further beyond this, if this is your first time here, this ticker tape at the bottom, this Sports Center type joint, this is the best place this will tell you where to go. Go to my website, sign up for my newsletter. If you already got that, join the Patreon. If you don't have either one of those, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram. Like, that's where I'm at the most. Rock with me. I wanna, before I get into these, I wanna get 1,000 followers on TikTok because I want a space where I can play music. That's what I really want to do. I really just want to I've been picking up DJing. I just want to play, so I just play records. And I know TikTok is the place to do that. I could do it on Twitch. And maybe I will do it on Twitch. Maybe I'll just but I already got 700 followers on TikTok. So I'm but maybe I'll do it on Twitch. I don't know. I just want somewhere I can play records. Cause I be, my music taste is impeccable. But anyway, let's get into y'all's answers, man. There we go. I want to start with this. So my man says, so I feel like that struggle with age is so real. I look at Nas doing Hip Hop Is Dead as proof how we struggle with that transition. Absolutely. And then I feel like his King Disease and Magic, he's just flourishing. And to Khalees, his ex-wife is flourishing too. She's doing great as well. You know what I'm saying? It's just really dope to see our heroes taking care of themselves. And you see the ones who ain't. So that's a precautionary tale. But then you see people who are taking care of themselves. Wow, you're in your 40s, your 50s. You look really good. That's great. Here we go. So Wolves Den said, I'm happy I carry nuance in a world that hates it. Yes. Nuance and context. The greatest things in the world. They are gifts from God. Praise God for nuance and context. 100%. 100%. Shane said, balance, self-confidence. 100%. 100%. Balance is so important. Balance, I believe that balance is not what people think it is. Balance is unrealistic. You can't have a work-life balance. Something is going to be prioritized over the other. But it's just about managing what you have. You know what I'm saying? But balance, self-confidence, you ain't doing too much. I'm not super prideful, but I'm not insecure either. I know who I am. That's great. That's great. Emotional maturity. This is so important and so great for men to have. And I just got to clap it up for you, my guy. Emotional maturity is so important because I remember all the times where I didn't have it and I used to get really, really mad. I used to get really mad, or I would lash out, or I would be passive aggressive or petty, or I would be all those things. And I'm not anymore. And it ain't even I don't even want to do it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to emotional maturity. Do you realize I had this conversation the other day, we're like sugar daddy age. Where you see the younger girls going after the older guys, we're getting to that age where we're the older guys that the young I'm good. That's crazy to me. Dang, I'm really here at this age. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, here we go. I can still whoop people half my age in a boxing ring. Say word. Listen. That's one of my goals for this year. I would love to get into boxing, bro. They call me the final boss at the gym. That's fire. So you spar. You ain't just picking it up. You actually box. That's fire. That's fire. Of course, here's my wife. Hi, baby. High emotional intelligence. You do have very high emotional intelligence. It's one of the reasons why I married you. Because you wasn't on trash. Of course you would say that. That's fine. Okay. So that's cool, man. That's cool. So, so the next record I'm going to play is, a record called Sometimes. Another record produced by Doc. And Sometimes is based off of Ecclesiastes and Solomon just talking about there's a time and a season for everything. And that high emotional intelligence. My big thing, another thing that I love that I have is like I believe that I have great self-awareness. So like I know when I'm tripping, I know when I'm wilding. I know when I'm right. You know what I'm saying? And so what I want to do is I want to play this song. I don't have a visual. We didn't shoot a video for that. But I'm just going to play the song. And while I'm playing the song, the question I want y'all to answer is, what is a strength that you learned in your later years that you did not have when you were youth? Right? So what's something that you've learned like recently that you're older that you did not have when you were a kid? And you weren't even trying to have it as a kid, or you thought it was whack or corny or whatever. What is that strength? Let me close this up. Let me see if this works, because I didn't even test this. Let's see. Oh, I didn't even test it. Oh, great. Okay, hold up. No? Nothing? Oh, man. Okay, hold up. Let's try. No? Okay. Man, I didn't even do the oh, that's whack. Let me see. No? I might have to let me see. Can I play this? Can I just play the MP3? Hold on, y'all. I messed up. It ain't a wake up tonight without me having some technical difficulties. Give me 1 second. Come on. Nope, can't even do it. Dang, how do I play music in a stream? Oh, man. Okay. You know what I might have to do? I could do it this other way. Hold up. I know how I can do it. All right, I'm going to have to go to another scene, and then I'll play it from there. Hold on, y'all. Man, it's Saturday. Check. Let's go. It just feels like the right way to go about things, you know what I'm saying? It's like the yin and the yang, right, wrong, up and down, left and right, all that. Alright. I ain't never been left or forsaken. You won't believe all the things I've been faced with and made it. It's amazing. It'll take more than a statement to shake me. That's not generic. I meant that in the way that I said it. I ain't famous, but I know who I am. I know where I'm at. I chose to be local after exploring the map. My focus intact, and so I'm getting older. I ain't settled, but I'm settled. My worth ain't in endeavors. I ain't tripping off vendettas. It's some people I don't like, some folks that I mishandled. Sometimes it was on purpose. Sometimes it was on accident. Sometimes I'm the victim. Sometimes I'm the distraction. Sometimes I'm the Joker. Sometimes I'm the Batman. But you live and learn to be okay with it. It's okay to miss a thin line between the creative and the plagiarist. I love my community. I love y'all growing with me, but I'm growing quickly. I know it's risky and yet it feels slow and steady. I can't put my finger to it, but it feels like death when you're in it. Ay, but once you're through it, I can show you how to empathize, a different kind of influence. not one that you can package as content for the use. It's close to impossible to disciple and go viral. I can't put that on my wish list. I got 2 kids in high school, not sure what I'm searching. Once I find it, I'll define it, and then I'll know if it's mine or if I'm supposed to assign it. Sometimes it's not my moment, sometimes it ain't my time, sometimes it ain't the will, sometimes there is no sign, sometimes it ain't my passion, sometimes it isn't God, sometimes it is my habits, sometimes it is my pride. But you live and learn to be okay with it, adjust and make the shift, complain and make the change. Despite which way, there ain't no victims. Strive to stay alive, success is often in living. Find that balance between what's depicted and what it isn't. That's the gift. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that was called Sometimes, produced by my man Dot. Again, all this stuff is on, this music is on streaming services as we speak. So you can run up those numbers. Greatly appreciate y'all. So the question was, what is the strength that you learned at your big age that you did not have as a child, as a youth? Let's go to some of the answers that we got. So Courtney said setting boundaries. It took until I was going through a divorce to understand what they were. It's funny. That's great. Absolutely. Boundaries are so important. There's a difference between boundaries and walls. You know what I'm saying? Like, boundaries are like healthy walls. Like walls got like, barbed wire and alligators protecting them. Like, those are walls. Boundaries is just like, don't go over here. Stay on that side of the fence. Shout out to Boundaries, man. I got a song called Boundaries. That I gotta hit up and see if I can put it out. Maybe I'll release it on the Patreon. I got a song called Boundaries that's fire. And it's got the Usher sample, the throwback joint, Dionne Warwick. Dang, who sent me that beat? What's that dude's name? Shawan sent me the beat. So I don't even know what he did with it, because he sent me that in like 2020. And it took me forever to write to it. I just wasn't in the space to write. I got a record called Boundaries that's fire. What else we got? Not giving out of an empty cup anymore. Been learning to accept that over the past few years. 100%. 100%. Very important to fill your cup, G. Fill your cup. You know, I've been talking a lot. I was talking a lot about leaders having poor boundaries. Let's connect it to what Courtney said. Like, leaders typically have very poor boundaries. You know, you have a lot of leaders who like overextend themselves for their people, and they end up giving out of an empty cup, and that opens a door for like being jaded and bitter, and like, it's just not good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see, whenever I see a pastor take a sabbatical, it's because they're burnt out. It's like, bro, you should be getting away like once a quarter or twice a year or something like that. Like, it shouldn't be this big deal when like you take a month off to not serve. You know what I'm saying? But you see pastors like giving like the spiel, like, yeah, I couldn't do it. And like, why are you apologizing for taking a break? Like, yo, go sit down. Your job is really hard. You should go sit down. But yeah, man, shout out to No More Empty Cups, man. I'm happy for you. This song really made me reflect on the friendships I dropped and accepting that. Praise God, man. I hope that gives you closure and whatever you need to move forward, because sometimes it's us. Sometimes it's us. Sometimes we're the villain in the story. Sometimes it's us. Like everybody can't be a victim. Like we can't all somebody got robbed. If you here and I'm here, one of us has the gun. One of us has the things that we stole. It can't be both of us. I don't know. Ooh, okay. Patience. Young me wasn't that at all. And now it's a superpower. Absolutely. You're very patient. Yeah, man. You know, when you're younger, it's like you feel like you have to have everything now when you're younger. And when you get older, you realize, like, to a degree, like, I got time and I don't need it now. And that's not how time works, I should say. Let me say that again. When you're younger, you want everything right now. And then as you get older, you realize that's not how time works. Time is not, because when you're younger, everything is like now. The best thing in the world to do is slow down. And once you realize that, superpower, game changer. They talk about it in the NBA, right? They talk about how like fast the game is. And then they have a moment where they learn how to let the game come to them. When you let life come to you, and I'm not saying being like 100% reactive all the time, but like when you learn to let life come to you, when you understand how the world works and how life works, how people work, how God has orchestrated everything. But that's the hard part, right? Is like figuring it out, having the patience to figure that out. I know that's my problem. So shout out to patience. Ooh, it's okay to not agree with every narrative of the Black community. Ooh. Yo. Yes, I agree. Oh boy. I don't want to get in that bag. I don't want to get in that bag. But you're right, Steven. You're absolutely right. Whew, okay. All right. Last one. Courtney said, also what marriage really is. I got all my marriage cues from TV. I was married almost 20 years and had no idea what I was doing. Wow. I keep having this conversation about marriage. I've talked to my wife about this. I've talked to some of my other married homies about this, all like within the last couple weeks. Married people do marriage a great disservice. Who do I want to say this? Lord have mercy. Because when you're single, like you're told by everybody, societal pressures, even like women wanting to be wives and mothers, men wanting to be providers and caretakers, having children, and like a family is the goal and like marriage is the goal. And when you hear people talk about what it takes to make a marriage work, all you hear is, man, marriage is hard work. It's really hard. But like, there's never any context to that statement. And you never really learn what it takes until you're already in it. And it's like, I came back out now. Marriage requires things that you did not offer up. Marriage requires you to go to the depths of places to reconcile and resolve things so that you can be a great partner, a great husband, a great wife. I didn't ask for that when I got married. When I got married, my goal was to partner with this person who I liked, that I was attracted to. She was pretty and we had fun and we had great conversations, and I'm not even getting into like the butterfly stuff. Like, all right, yeah, sure, butterflies and all that, but like it made sense. And then you get into the weeds and it's like, oh, this is what the work is. The hard work that people talked about, it is a deep soul work. And you're like, yo, I didn't even know these things were, I didn't even know that this was connected. Like, you know, it's like how your whole body feels it when something is off, right? So like you're not thinking about your nostrils. You're not even thinking about breathing through both of your nostrils until one of them is stopped up. Now everything is thrown off. But like when you get into the depths of who you are and your partner gets into the depths of who they are and you coming together and y'all are trying to figure it out, that's hard. And then you got kids and you're trying to like raise these people, these humans to be like functioning, capable, productive members of society and keeping them away from negative stuff, but you know they're going to get into it anyway because you think about the stuff that you was into. And it's hard, man. Marriage is crazy. And I love my wife. My wife don't bring me, and I'm not even just saying this because she in here. My wife don't bring me no smoke. My wife's super cool. She's supportive. She's understanding. She's empathetic. We have fun. Like, I don't have any complaints. I got a good marriage, but it's hard. So hard. Oh, man. Absolutely. All right. Let me get off my soapbox. If I clip that up, my wife gonna be like, why you post that? But let's do the last record. So I don't think Taylor's in here anymore. He might be, he might not be. But we shot a video for a record for a song on his project, Thou Shalt Not Covet 2. The record is called Righteous Twins. And I shot this video. I edited this video. This is just another bag that I'm in. And while we're playing this video, this is the last question that I want y'all to answer. What is a strength that you had as a youth that you no longer have at your big age? What's something that you were like really good at when you were younger? And now that you're older, it's not there anymore. You know, I could, when I was in the military, man, I would go out during the week and I'd be out until like 4 or 5 in the morning, sleep for 30 minutes, then go to PT and do PT for an hour. And we had a rigorous PT. Like I was in the Air Force, but like my commander wasn't playing. Our PTs would be really intense. And I would do our PT and I would go into work and I'd work a full 8-hour day. I maybe have to go home during lunch and take a little nap, but I was straight. Now I'm up late now. You know what I'm saying? I also don't like the fact that my son is like, he's really good at video games. So like he be kind of getting me sometimes. We was playing like, I think he was playing like UFC or Mortal Kombat or something like that. We was playing a fighting game. He was playing UFC. He was getting me. I was like, nah, I had the OG UFC for PS1. You not finna do this to me. He was getting me. He was getting me. So let me play this last record, man, and then we gonna get out of here.
Conversations with my brother. Yeah. Columbus, what's up, man? I don't have no evil ways, though. Yeah. Last time we hit the Drake instrumental, said it's different now. Now it's Napa Valley sipping Zippendale. Now I'm spinning wishing well. Rest in peace to Alex, I would wish him well. Now it's peace from suffering from sickle cell. I was watching Chip and Dale, y'all was watching Chippendales. Finding clout and body count and wonder why they kiss and tell. On the patio, the speaker box is Cleo Soul. Plate full of Creole soul, I'm calling it the Theo Soul. I'm in the audience for Dion Cole, laughing with my Mia Moore. Color tone is neo soul. They say you just a shepherd, but they want you in the Dion role, preaching in the neon robe. Till you making winners out of losers like you Leon Rose. Exercising spirits like your team is called the Diablos. Still a sin, me, I'll go. Now watch me as I navigate the Shadowlands. You know it's God when they still hear you when you shadow ban. Covered like the Taliban. Leave my enemies all in shambles while they tryna finish battle plans. Man, y'all just talking about the Exodus. I'm down by the border with a truck full of Mexicans. I tell you cause I tested it. You can't really feel it when you texting it. I feel it like it's definite. I just feel like balancing the estrogen. Already bought my headstone, just putting some respect on it. The demons come like Etrigan. I just caught a second win. The music is a setup, Nexus books on shepherding. The mocha come with peppermint. I'm just trying to monitor my kids watching Peppa Pig. Every moment treated like a precedent.
Yeah, shout out to my therapist. I'm walking a thin line of arrogance, heresy, and inheritance. I can't lie, I'm scared of it. I heard all the narratives, don't believe how near it is. My fears are inferior, I steer clear of them. I'm living out the prayers of generations before me, and still I'm the villain in someone else's story. Humanity is both and. I travel with no roadmap, but safe, like when Liana had me riding down on Rosecrans. I romance and slow dance and hold hands with chance. I missed out on a lot, cause I'm too stubborn to ask. No man is an island, but I've been like Hawaii. I'm tired of surviving and suffering in silence. This idea of our mind wake up needs some rewiring. You say it's inspiring, it's a place to hide from me. I'm all about my family, letting their presence bless me and letting go what upsets me. I've been thinking about Reggie. His death brought me face to face with my own mortality. I pray my next 100 years supersedes reality. As you get older, your children become a mirror. You don't know if your discipline is running interference on what they need to experience to be who they're supposed to. I'm drifting, but feeling closer and gripping in my holster. The only time I feel like a Christian's in my devotional. My goal was to get hip-hop quotable, not to own a pew. My peace is non-negotiable. I feel like I ain't barely broke ground on what I'm supposed to do. My time to shine is overdue. Doc said you do or you don't. It ain't no excuses, so I'm playing chicken with God. Like, how you wanna do this? Either I'm foolish or I'm in his will. Regardless, I ain't finished here. Yeah.
Or you wanted this, oh man, you calling people the N-word with a white Jesus? Goodbye. Goodbye. Who else? I think let's have a 5-minute block party. Who else? Let's have a 5-minute block party. Who else? Let's have a 5-minute block party. Who else want to get blocked? Who want to go to the block party? I'm giving out tickets for the block party.
I love that record, man. Me and Taylor don't miss. We don't. Whenever we do a Black Jordan's White Sox show, it's just going to be like joint after joint after joint after joint. Like that could easily be a 2-hour show. Easy 2-hour show. I'm very excited to do that whenever we decide to do it. We know when we're doing it, but not anytime soon. We're actually going to shoot a video next week, just letting y'all know. Since we winding down, it's only so many of y'all in here. We're shooting a video next week for another record that's on Armand and Doc 2. And that record is hard too. So, all right, let's get into these questions and let's get out of here. I'm going to give y'all's night. All right, so here we go. I used to be great at routines when I was younger, and I lost that. Absolutely. Same. No, not same. I've always been bad at routines, but yeah, it's very interesting. Like, it's like when you're younger, it was like you have more time to create a regimen. And then just as you get older, man, you just lose it. Like you get so wrapped up in life. It's like, you don't even have time to do that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Let's get regimens back, man. I want to craft a space where we spend Q1 getting ourselves together. I've been having great conversations in my newsletter and in my Instagram, my broadcast channel there called Wake Up Dates. Like having really good conversations about overthinking. I talked about that last stream. And I want to create a space, and I think I'm going to do it here. And I want to to like walk through some stuff to like help us like get going, like whatever we're looking to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Like routine is big in that. Like I really do believe that whatever our success is, like I feel like whatever God spoke to me regarding whatever my success looks like, it was directly connected to discipline and routine. Like discipline. So I would love to craft a space where we like figure out like how to, you know, put some routine together. That would be fire. Yo, listen. My kids they jacked me up in Mario Kart last time they was here. I was hot. Nobody's better at Mario Kart than me. I'm the greatest Mario Kart player in the world, and they was killing me. I was hot. And Steve, where you stationed at, bro? Where are you stationed at? Because I still work for the government. So let me know where you at and how long you got in there. I can make sure that you got everything you need as you're transitioning, whatever that looks like. All right. So my wife said, used to be so organized and scheduled up until becoming a mom. It feels unreal. See, it feels unrealistic. Like that's facts, but it's like, it takes very intentional work, right? And I say all these things in theory, but like I don't have a routine either. Like how can we craft a space to like put some things in place and like have the accountability? How you doing with that? You good? Nah, I fell off. Like, okay, let's get back on the wagon. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is super real. Courtney said recovery time. Fam. If I go hoop, it takes me 3 to 5 business days, bro. Facts. Oh my God. Yo, I went to the chiropractor today. I got adjusted and went home and took a nap. I was like, yo, I'm hurting right now. Woo, Jesus. All right, where we at? Priorities. When I was young, I could devote so much time and attention to so many things, but now I'm older. I have like 5 priorities. Listen. Woo. Facts. Man, youth is not wasted on the young, man. We just have so much time and we don't realize we have all that time. And then like we grow up and we realize like, yo, we don't have time and we don't have money. It's like, it's crazy, man. Crazy how life works. All right, where we at? Okay, you at McCord. Okay. Oh, you just got okay. 4 more. Okay. Until you retire? 4 more until you get out? All right. Hey, listen, if it's 4 months, listen, get everything, document everything. This is not illegal advice that I'm saying to you. I'm not. Document everything. Anytime you feel anything, you got any issues in your body, you got anything mental and emotional, go see a professional about it, get it documented, and then make sure you get your VA taken care of. Make sure you get your service connection. Get that as soon as you get out. Get that taken care of. That's the least you deserve for serving the country. Oh yeah, you about to get out? Oh yeah, get all your stuff, bro. Get all your stuff and get that. Yes. Prioritize that. And go through a third party, go through VSO, go through AMVETS, like those people who charge to apply to do your benefits. You can, but you don't have to. I go through third party, and every time I file and like appeal, I get an increase. Like they're really good because it's a language. You know that it's a language. Yeah, get all your stuff together, man. When you hit that 20, so you want your retirement and you want your disability to hit together, and you super good. So, yeah. Okay, you're at 70. Yeah. Keep applying. Keep appealing. Go to. I'm about to let y'all go. I'm about to get out of here. Go to an outside doctor if you haven't yet. Have you gone to an outside doctor? Are you just seeing VA physicians? If not, go to an outside doctor, get them to write something up for you and put that in your presentation and have VSO, AMVETS, some third party organization. They do that stuff for free. And have them file the appeal. Have them go through your file. They'll go through your file. They'll find stuff that you ain't even know. Get buddy let all that stuff, man. All of it. PAC Act. Get all of that stuff. All of it. Get your coins. Get it. All right, man. This stream has been an hour and a half. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much for participating. Make sure you guys again. Follow here. Any more additional steps, man. Follow me on Instagram. Subscribe to me here. Sign up for the newsletter. Go to ArmandWakeUp.com. Join the Patreon. It's only $5 a month. Lots and lots of stuff, man. Great things. I want to thank you guys for giving me your Wednesday evening. Really do appreciate y'all. This is always fun. And God bless y'all. Yeah, you got your PTSD documented? Yeah. PTSD on its own is like between PTSD and sleep apnea and depression. And then make sure your VA math. Like, oh Jesus. All right. Just hit me up. Hit me up on the side. Hit me up on Instagram and send me an email or something like that, man. All right, y'all. I'm getting out of here. Y'all have a great night. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'm gonna go talk to my wife and my daughter. All right, y'all. Oh wait, is there anything else I'm promoting? I'll be back on here soon. Probably not next weekend. Probably not next Wednesday. Probably the Wednesday after. Actually, no, definitely not next Wednesday. It's Valentine's Day. I'm definitely not doing that. It might be the 28th. I'll be on Instagram. Model Ministry will be on the 19th. And then I think I want to do a follow up with that book of Clarence. Sign up for the newsletter. I'll have all that figured out, man. I'll holler at y'all, man. Y'all have a good night.